Hey, what's up everyone? It's Steven here, and let's do some LEGO set speculation talking about the LEGO sets from Boba Fett Chapter 6 that I want to see. Obviously, we're going to be going through some spoilers, so if you haven't watched the episode yet, stop, go watch it, and then come right back here and join me for some LEGO set speculation, and let me know which ones you want down in the comments below. All right, let's jump in. All right, again, last chance, spoiler warning. All right, this week, there's 5 LEGO sets that I would love to see made. And once you've seen the episode, you'll realize a lot of it has to do with just the nostalgic factor for me. And I'll mention that as we're kind of going through it. But saying that, there's still 5 sets that I would love to see made. Unlike last week's episode, which really only 2 sets jumped out to me. And if you want to check out that episode, you can just check the card out right here. All right, moving into set number 1. I'm calling this set Pyke's Speeder. And this is actually going to be the opening sequence of the episode where we actually get to see Cobb Vanth again, which I'm not going to lie, I loved Cobb Vanth in Season 2, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian. And I was actually bummed that he never showed up again in the rest of the season. So I was really ecstatic to see him in this episode. So obviously the Pykes are running Spice. Cobb Vanth confronts them. We have the little Pyke Speeder with 4 Pyke gang members. So my idea for the set would actually be the Pyke Speeder. Knowing LEGO would probably be 2 Pyke gang members and then Cobb Vanth without his armor. Though, let's be real, like the Cobb Vanth set that I really want is actually his Pod Racer Speeder from that Mandalorian episode I mentioned. But nonetheless, I'll take this as well. Really, just any kind of LEGO set that I can get Cobb Vanth, I would be ecstatic for. So in summary, for the Pyke Speeder, I'm thinking probably around 150 to 200 pieces, especially if you include the Pyke Speeder, the moisture vaporizer that they have in the background. So yeah, I didn't catch that I said moisture vaporizers instead of moisture evaporators until I was doing the editing process. So yeah, kind of feel like Doug in the cone of shame right now. All right, back to the video. The 3 minifigs, and probably coming out at a price range of around $25 or $30. All right, set number 2, and honestly, this might be my favorite, but it's also the most ridiculous and therefore would never actually happen. It would be the Sandcrawler with the greater Krayt dragon skull sitting on top of the Sandcrawler, and I'm not gonna lie, when this thing showed up, I just loved it. I loved it. It was much like in Chapter 5 when the dinosaur rooster lizard thing, cockadoodle dude in the morning. I was just like, I love that. That's awesome. And that's how I'm feeling about this Sandcrawler as well. Again, LEGO would never do this. It's just such a crazy dream, but if this was a LEGO set, it would just be amazing. If they're gonna do another Sandcrawler, please do the Sandcrawler with a Krayt dragon skull on top. It looks awesome. I just love it. It's never going to happen, but it's amazing. I love the fact that they just did it and that this exists in the world of Star Wars. These Jawas are just awesome. This was just such an awesome moment. Please, LEGO, make this a LEGO set. Please, I will give you the money. I will give you all the money. Please, just have this as a LEGO set. It's awesome. All right, but since we're doing this exercise and we're going to have this pipe dream, let's actually do it. So set name would probably be something like Krayt Dragon Sandcrawler. I don't know. Again, I'm just gushing about this thing. But again, Krayt Dragon Sandcrawler. Piece count would probably be, I mean, it would have to be a lot. I'm going to go out there and say like 3,500 pieces. Probably, again, like a $350 to $400 set. You know, whatever it takes. Just LEGO make me this. LEGO make me this. As far as minifigures, honestly, throw in like 3 or 4 Jawas, maybe a couple droids. As long as I'm getting the Sandcrawler with a Krayt dragon skull, I'm happy. All right, and then set number 3, I'm going to call it Luke training Grogu. And again, this is yet another one that is highly nostalgic. This is obviously referencing Empire Strikes Back when Luke is training with Yoda. Luke actually mentions Yoda to Grogu multiple times in this episode, so it's just a very obvious callback. It was just such a cool scene and just great fan service. I really enjoyed it. So if we're going to have it as a LEGO set, it's probably going to be a real small set. So I don't know, something like $10 to $15. So again, we'll call it Luke training Grogu, probably 75 to 100 pieces. And honestly, the main sequence I'll put on the screen of just kind of Luke jumping across the pond. Maybe have like a real short build of that with Luke, Grogu, and then maybe one of these other little animal things that are in the background that Luke also jumped on, and it kind of pulled out of water. It kind of looks like a water buffalo, maybe. I don't know, who knows what it's called. And this is just such a cool scene, and it's pure nostalgia, but I would really love to have it as a Lego set. All right, set number 4, and this probably had the biggest reveal of the episode, and it was pretty awesome. The Pos Pelgo Showdown. So earlier in the episode, when the title flashes across and it's like Stranger Out of the Desert, I was like, oh, obviously, Cobb Vanth. We just had Cobb Vanth. He's in the desert. That makes sense. And then fast forward to later in the episode. Now we're in Mos Pelgo. Mandalorian just leaves. And then we get that old Western shot of a man approaching out of the desert. And I was like, this is going to be the stranger. And immediately my mind is thinking that looks like Cad Bane. That it looks like Cad Bane. That's totally going to be Cad Bane. And sure enough, it's Cad Bane. And this whole sequence is awesome. And honestly, from the moment Cad Bane started walking up, I'm like, please don't kill Cobb Vanth. Like, please, like you just gave me Cobb Vanth back. Please don't kill Cobb Vanth. I just got him back. Don't kill him again. Don't kill him now. Don't kill him now. So, and I don't think they killed him. I think he got shot like in the shoulder and the arm, and he'll probably be back for the next episode. And that's probably what's going to get all of the villagers on board with coming and joining Boba Fett, is the fact that Cad Bane attacked Cobb Vanth and killed the deputy, which, you know, poor guy, you're a little annoying, but probably didn't deserve to go out like that. But talking about it as a Lego set in itself, I would title this the Pos Pelgo Showdown, and have 2, maybe 3 minifigures. I would totally be okay having the third minifigure be the deputy, and you don't even have to name him, you can just call him the deputy. Also have Cad Bane, have Cobb Vanth, and then what you could do for the rest of the build is actually kind of just build up some of the background, kind of like they do in some of the dueling Jedi sets, but have this one actually as a, just kind of having that blaster duel showdown. Obviously in the episode we got Ahsoka in, they had another one of these, but that one was with Mandalorian, so they've done this a couple of times now. But I would love to see this as a Lego set, just build out the background with the kind of bar that's in the background with the 3 characters. So I'm seeing this probably as a maybe 200 to 300 piece set, probably in the range of like $30 to $40, and I'd be perfectly okay with that. All right, and then for the final set, set number 5, this one's going to be called Grogu's Choice. And outside of the 2 sets from last week's episode, I think this one probably has the highest chance of being made into some kind of set. Now, I don't think Lego would make it to the extent I'm wanting it, because even though I'm calling it Grogu's Choice, really what I'm wanting here is I would love for them to start off with actually building Luke's Jedi school, and then having the elements of Grogu's Choice incorporated in it. So I'm thinking probably 3 minifigures with Luke Skywalker, Grogu, and then having, you know what, make it 4 minifigures. Have R2-D2, and then whatever those little ant bots are that actually built Luke's Jedi school, let's throw one of those in there, because those things were pretty cool. I think probably what you would do is have Grogu's chainmail as a little printed piece, and you could just throw in an extra lightsaber for Yoda's lightsaber. But I'd like to just see them build out the Jedi school and have it more as kind of a display model. I know what they would probably do is have this more as kind of a small little play model, probably more like a $10, maybe $15 set with just really basic things. But again, I would like them to have the Jedi school, so that's probably going to be more in the range of like 500 pieces, maybe 600 pieces, probably 500 pieces, and then actually build out the school, have it where you can kind of take the top off, and then on the inside you could actually set up and have Grogu's Choice set up within there. So given the scale of that, that's probably going to be more like a $60 or maybe even $70 set. I know the $70 sets typically are reserved more for like actual vehicles, excluding the 18 plus Darth Vader's meditation chamber. But nonetheless, I would want to see it as kind of a bigger build with Luke's blossoming Jedi Academy. And then you could just set the focus around this being Grogu's choice, which I think we're all expecting him to choose the armor, to choose Mando, and have them kind of reunite. I think that's what everyone's kind of hoping for, even though, I don't know, it'd be really hard to turn down Yoda's lightsaber. But we'll see. That was quite the cliffhanger to leave it on. Chapter 7 looks like it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. All right, I know a lot of people complained that the first 4 episodes were kind of slow and it just wasn't for them, but man, these last 2 episodes have just been awesome. And I really can't wait for the season finale in Chapter 7. It just looks like it's setting up to be truly great, very similar to the last episode of Season 2 for Mandalorian. It's already had a bunch of great reveals. We've gotten Cad Bane, we've gotten Black Chrysanthemum. I can't wait to see what kind of duels and showdowns and fights they have in Chapter 7. We just have so many different characters at this point that we could see combat. Are we going to have Boba Fett versus Cad Bane? What's Black Chrysanthemum going to do within this? Is Boss going to show up? I guess we'll see next week. You know, I'll be right back here going through the episode, picking out the Lego sets that I want to see all over again. And if you made it this far in the video, thanks, I appreciate it. If you want to help the channel and get more videos like this, I'll always appreciate a like and subscribe. It really helps us out. All right, thanks for checking out my video. I really do appreciate it. Catch you next time. With Luke's kind of Jedi, with Luke's birth. That's kind of what I would want. Have art and the shot, and then I loved Get calm. Let's go. Sweet kitty. What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? Say hi.